am back. Why don't I have bars on my phone? Just waiting for people to join. Hey Mia. Oh, that's my kitty. Oh girl, you got so big. Say hi to Mia, y'all. Hey Mia. She's so fat now. Like when she came here a few months ago, she was so skinny. Now look at her. Okay, y'all. Oh, good. We have people in here. Hey, ladies. Hey. Welcome. This might be my last live for the year. I'm not sure. We'll see. Because you all know this whole Christmas season has gotten me so caught up, so busy. I barely had time. Listen, I barely have time to breathe, let alone work. We're leaving freestyling in 2022. Oh, that's a given. I didn't write it down though, but I have some notes here so you ladies can add in the comments. But this video we're talking about the things that we're going to be leaving behind in 2022. Ladies, we can't be the same. You can't be in this community for years and years and years and doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. We can't do this. It's the definition of insanity. So right here, I have a list of things that we are going to be leaving behind in 2022 because 2023 is a new year. Ladies, leave the old stuff behind. Leave the stuff that's not working behind. Just leave it alone. Thank you, Annie. All right, so the first thing I have on this list, and listen, I know a lot of people are not going to agree with me, but that is fine. I am not for everybody. And if you disagree with this, the first one on this list, that is okay. You do not need to be here. You do not need to follow me. All right? So I'm going to address it. The first thing we're going to leave behind is online dating. Okay? I shouldn't have to go into why, but I will. Let me entertain you ladies for a little bit. Online dating is such a huge waste of time. You ladies could be doing so much with your time, but you rather waste hours of your precious time swiping on these dating apps. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And a lot of y'all, let's be real, a lot of y'all been doing online dating for years. Years. It's not working and you're still doing it. Why? Why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you doing this to yourself? You've been doing the same thing for years and years and years. It doesn't matter how many new apps there are. It doesn't matter how great or how bomb your profile is. I don't care who you're listening to. I don't care who's giving you advice on how to have an amazing online profile and how to meet your Prince Harry online. I don't care. If you're listening to those people, you need to leave me alone and go listen to those people. Stop listening to different people with conflicting advice. You can't do that. You just can't. You can't come to me and listen to me tell you do not online date and then listen to someone else who's telling you how to online date. You cannot do it. You cannot serve two masters. That's what Never Gotta said. That's what we learned in the book club. All right? And you all know, you all don't like online dating. You all know it's so sucking. Do you know that according to research and studies, because you know research and studies are subjective. At the end of the day, I don't trust every single research and studies, but according to independent studies, dating websites, their business is to keep you single. Do you know that? Do you know their business is to keep you single? So, that in itself should tell you what you're dealing with. Another projection that I've read is that by the year 2025, 90% of the content that is going to be generated on the internet is going to be generated by AI, artificial intelligence. So if you keep going on this online dating website, you're going to be wasting your time talking to bots. Is that what you want? Do you know that there are a lot of AI, a lot of bots on these websites, even on social media? So when you do all this level up, you're leveling up and you're doing all this work, why would you go and put yourself on the internet? Because I guarantee you, you're going to hear these comments from the people that you're talking to on the internet. Are you real? Are you a real person? I've had those questions asked asked of me when I was online dating. And the reason why they ask that is because these men are talking to a lot of bots. They want to know if you're a real person. They can't believe you're a real person, and they're wondering why someone as beautiful as you, why are you on this dating app? All right? We need to leave online dating behind. And you're probably thinking, but how am I going to meet men? And oh my God, I don't have time. You, first of all, you need to make time. And how do you meet men? I've been telling you all this so many times. You have to get in the circles of the high value men that you are trying to meet. You're not going to meet them on Tinder. Okay? According to statistics, most people meet their significant other through mutual friends or through work or by chance. Okay? Not on the dating apps. So stop wasting your time, ladies. Stop it. Just stop. I've had 3 girls in my group that got married, and I'm so happy for them. Honestly, we need to be very serious when it comes to dating. And honestly, if you the majority of your dating is online dating, you are not taking dating seriously. You are not dating for marriage. You are dating for fun, or you are just dating to waste your time. All right? I don't care if whoever out there that met their fiance or their boyfriend or their husband on Tinder or on this internet, I don't care. That's not what I preach, and that's not what I teach. So if you want to follow me and you want to do the work, follow me and do the work. Stop listening to other people. All right? Okay. That's the first one. I know I had to spend some time on that one because I feel like people don't get it. All right? Stop wasting your precious time. Another thing you have to leave behind, ladies, and I'm speaking to my ladies of color, race loyalty. Just stop it. It's not getting you anywhere. All right? If you're a black woman and you're looking for black love and you're trying to be loyal to your race or whatever, don't come and talk to me and tell me that, oh, you're not meeting any good men. Because that is your problem. Everybody knows that black men are the least powerful men economically and socially on the totem pole. Everybody knows this. People are not blind. People are not stupid. If you want to, have better chances of achieving your hypergamous goals, you have to leave the race loyalty behind. Stop going into these circles and bringing up race. Just stop it. It's not a cute look. People are going to be talking behind your back, and next thing you know, you're not going to get invited to nothing. Stop it. Just stop. All right? I don't want to hear nothing about black love, and I don't want to hear nothing about slavery. I don't want to hear nothing about that stuff. Please, stop. You'll be talking about that stuff for years. What is it doing for you? Another thing we're leaving behind is arguing about hair and niggers. I am not going to sit up here and argue and have long-ass dissertations and arguments about hair and niggers. This is not the group for that. If that's what you want to do, you can go join any one of the black women and luxury groups. You can go join those groups. All right? Another thing we're leaving behind is black women in luxury groups, period. Black women, anything group, just leave it. Just leave it alone, because every single group that is dedicated for black women alone, it always gets bastardized by these pick-me's and handmaidens that are just dick worshippers and obsessed with hair and niggers. There's a reason why my group is open to anyone of any race. Because if I sit up here and create a group for black women, it's going to devolve into something very ratchet, very ghetto, real quick. So leave them groups. Go and delete them groups. Leave those groups. You all saw that post that I posted on my page, right? Go on my page and go see the post. All right, just leave that stuff behind. This is 2023. You can't come up in here and say you have all these hypergamous goals and you can't get past arguing about hair and niggers. Another thing we're going to leave behind is any sentence that starts like this. Luxury to me is fill in the blanks. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Because if by now you do not know what luxury is, you need to go check the definition of luxury and stop playing. Just stop. I don't want to hear luxury to me is, and followed by something basic or something pick me or just ghetto. Okay? Like, I know it's funny, but like y'all, I'm dead serious. Like, I'm not playing with y'all. Luxury to me is putting lotion on after a long shower. They are doing too much. Everything can be luxurious. Come on. We are going to leave designers behind. If you think that going to the Gucci store and posting that stuff and posting in your photo with your Fendi bag or your Chanel bag or whatever, if you think that's level up and if you think that's hypergamy, you are so misguided. A lot of these girls that are posting that stuff are sex workers. And some of them, I can actually prove it. They are sex workers. Nothing wrong with sex workers, but ladies, stop. Okay? And honestly, I am done with designers. After what I've seen with that whole Balenciaga and that Gucci thing, I am done with these people. I am so done. I have been leveling up my social status and going to events, going to dinners, going to galas, etc. And not once have I seen someone up in there with a Chanel bag or a Gucci bag or a Gucci belt. I haven't seen it. And these people have money. They have money, they have boats, they have the apartment, they have all that stuff. So if you think that, oh, nobody's going to take me serious unless I have a Gucci bag or a Louis Vuitton pump or whatever, you have so much work to do, because I promise you, if you was out here doing the work and putting yourself into these circles, you would know that all of that stuff don't matter. Because if by now you do not understand, or you're not familiar with the word bespoke, if you're not familiar with that word yet, you still have a lot of work to do. Okay? She said, I'm dating a guy who he wanted to get you a designer bag. Tell him to get you some stocks or something. Okay? So, leave the designer stuff behind. It's not a flex. And if you see girls doing it online, I can guarantee you 9 out of 10 times that girl is a sex worker. Period. What we're going to leave behind is not having mentors or coaches. You all saw that post that I shared. Successful people, what do successful people have? They all have coaches or mentors. They all do. If I hadn't had a mentor, a couple mentors, I wouldn't be where I am right now. Okay, successful people have mentors and coaches. Poor people have broke friends with opinions. I can't tell you how many times I've had a broke friend, a broke family member try to give me financial advice. Or a broke friend who with no experience tell me that, oh, them rich people are racist. That's the kind of thing your broke friend is going to tell you. If you've never traveled before and you're planning a trip, like let's say you're going to Europe, your broke friend are going to be like, oh, I heard they're racist over there. Don't go there, they're racist. So, if you don't have a mentor and all you have is a bunch of broke friends and broke family members with opinions that project their fears onto you, you're not going to get very far in life, because they will keep you back. I promise you this. Okay? So, what we're leaving behind also in 2022 is your broke friends. Leave them behind. They cannot add any value to you, to your life, especially if you have already started your journey and you are actually seeing results. Okay? And this is a big one. Compromising your standards. We are leaving compromising our standards in 2022. If you know you don't do coffee dates, do not compromise your standards and go on a coffee date with someone just because he's rich or just because he looks good on paper. Don't do it. Your standards is your standards. Your standards needs to remain consistent. You cannot be compromising and bending your standards and for people. You can't do that. I don't care if he's a prince. I don't care if he's a billionaire. Your standards need to remain consistent across the board. Stop compromising your standards. I don't want to come on here and read in the comments, oh yeah, well, you know, I went on the coffee date because I know he was wealthy. Girl, I don't give an F. I don't care. Oh, I went on that hiking on the first date because I know he was wealthy. I went on the walk on the park date because I know his daddy was Rockefeller. I don't care. Your standards is your standards. You think rich men are not used to women bending over backwards for them? Like, what world are you all living in? You all really out here thinking that the girl before you didn't compromise her standards for this guy because he's rich? Me too, Coco. Coco said, I'd rather have no dates than a low value one. Same. And asserting my standards, creating my standards and my list, that is what kept me on track, and that is what got me married in less than a year and a half. Do not compromise your standards. Just because somebody is rich, that doesn't mean you have to compromise your standards. Stop putting these rich people on pedestals. All right. We're going to stop sitting home and expecting things to just fall in our laps. Okay? You go to work, you come back, instead of putting on some clothes or going to a nice, maybe, I don't know, a yoga class or something like that, you're sitting at home in the house, binging Netflix and swiping on Tinder. Stop doing that, please. Just stop. Y'all are wasting your time. And the fact that you all don't care about your time, why do you think these men don't care about your time either? Why do you think they are quite comfortable wasting your time? Because you don't care about your time. Okay? Stop sitting in the house because your man is not going to come and find you in the house. It is what it is. Another thing we have to stop doing is putting so much focus and energy and attention on these exception stories. Good God. We've been through this before. We have. Okay? If someone is a baby mama and they got married or their baby daddy married them, that's great. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. If someone met their Prince Charming on Tinder, that's great. I am happy for them. But that doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. Because if it was that easy, you all wouldn't be up in here swiping for years and years and complaining. That's an exception. That's an anomaly in the matrix. Divorce rates are higher in poverty. Yes, absolutely. Okay? So, these exception stories, stop it. I don't want to hear, oh, I know this fat girl that married a wealthy guy. That's great. But everybody knows most men, whether they're wealthy or broke, prefer a woman that's in shape. I'm not saying thin, I'm saying a woman in shape. Okay? So, leave them exception stories behind. That those exception stories of this girl met her Prince Charming or on Tinder and Harry and Meghan met online, those are modern day fairy tales. Modern day fairy tales. That's what they are. And I don't sell fairy tales here. Because if you're not ready to do the work, just leave me alone. Unfriend me and leave my group. Because you don't need me. All right? Dating old and ugly men. Y'all, please leave that back in 2018, 2017, 2018, where it came from. I know our mentor, our previous mentor, Shira, meant well. But ladies, if you have been elevating your social status, okay, because in order for you to marry well, you have to be part of the same class that the man is in. We talked about this in my private group, my peer group, all right? You have to be in the same circles as him, okay? So you do not need, if that's what you're doing, if you just want a bag because you got kids to feed, or you're just looking for a daddy for your 3 kids or whatever, fine, you can go ahead and date the ugly man. But if you're a young woman and you are leveling up your social status, you joining the social clubs, you are, you know, you going out there, you networking, you meeting the right people. You do not, why do you, how do you think it's gonna look when you show up at the gala with an old ugly man? How do you think that's gonna look? I know you all love posting that picture with Anna Nicole Smith that married an old guy. That probably was the first and last time those two have ever been seen in public. Okay? All level up advice, level up tactics, we need to leave them in 2018. They don't work. Okay? And if they do work, the results are temporary. I'm old and I don't want no old ugly man. We don't have to anymore, because if I can do it again, if I can do it over, I'll do it completely differently. Anna Nicole Smith wasn't doing the work we're doing. She got lucky. She wasn't doing the work that we were doing. That's why she had to marry that 90-year-old. Okay? We all trying to be high-value women. That's our goal. And let me tell you something. I'm yet to see a high-value woman getting married to an old, ugly man. I haven't seen it. Girls that come from good homes, they always marry someone within their class, social class, and someone close to their age. Girls that come from good home, both mother and father, that were well taken care of. All right? So I want to ask you this. If you are where you want to be, like if you are the best version of yourself, okay? Imagine the best version of yourself. She's financially stable. She has done the inner work. She's in her divine feminine, not masculine, divine feminine, etc. Do you think she's going to be running around with an old ugly man? I don't think so. Okay? I'm not saying to go with someone super young, but please, at least aim for someone, you know, age appropriate, at least. There's nothing wrong with an age gap or anything like that, but like super old and ugly, advice telling 20-year-olds to date 50-year-olds and 60-year-olds, that is not right. Okay? And of course, we have to leave the old school level up tactics behind. No freestyling. Okay? No headphone tests. No damsel in distress. None of that stuff. Hi from Kenya. Hey girl. Okay? Another thing we're going to leave behind is arguing in general. I am not going to be up in here arguing about coffee dates, arguing about hair and niggers, arguing about Meghan Markle. I'm not doing none of that back and forth. If you do not like Meghan Markle and you see a post here with Meghan Markle, keep scrolling. You do not have to engage. Why do y'all do that? Y'all have any idea how crazy y'all look when you do that? You look crazy. Keep scrolling. Okay, if you don't like the post in here, go create your own group and post in there. Okay. Another mindset that we have to leave behind in 2022 is thinking that rich people are a different species and they're so unattainable. Let me tell you something. These people are no different from me and you. I've met them and they're just as insecure as everyone else. The only difference between us and them is that they have a network. Okay? They had a head start. They've been networking from as young as primary school. In my country, we have people that go to these special schools, like they call them Canadian school or American schools, where rich people send their kids. That's where they start networking, because those kids are going to be kids that also are going to grow up to have money. Okay? You did not have that. That's the only difference. You are just playing catch up. There is no difference between you and this person except your bank account and your network. That's it. They are not different. They are just as insecure. Some of them have bad breath. Some of them have poor hygiene. Some of them look like bums. Like I'm telling you, there are a lot of people here out here with money that are crazy. You go into these circles and you're wondering, like, how do you have so much money and you don't fix your teeth? That's the type of stuff that be going through my mind when I meet some of these people. Okay? They have insecurities. Some of them have disabilities. Some of them struggle with relationship. They have the same type of problems. The only difference between us and them is their network, and they just have a little more money than you. That's it. I promise you, these people are so normal that you're going to get into these circles, and I guarantee you, when you start doing the work and you get into these circles, you're going to realize that you are actually better than these people. I know people with money and their parents take care of everything for them. I know people, and not just one person. I know several people that are driving BMWs that their parents bought them because they didn't buy it themselves. They don't have jobs. They're completely dependent on their parents. And those people, believe it or not, are going to show jealousy towards you. I know, it's crazy. It happens. So true. I recently met a politician at a networking event, and his teeth. And you're going to realize they feel inadequate around you too. Yes, they do. They are not special, I promise you. These people are not special, so you have to leave that mindset behind. Stop being jealous of rich people. Stop putting rich people on a pedestal. Stop thinking that they are better than you, because they are not. All right? You are better than them because you are actually doing the inner work. Okay? You have to look at where you came from, and the fact that you are literally in the same circles as them, in the same room as them. That in itself should let you know how powerful you are and how much and how good you are at what you do. Because that was handed to them. That network and that room that they're in was handed to them. You got in there on your own merit and doing your work. All right? I just wanted to put that out there, ladies, because we cannot put rich people on a pedestal, not in 2023. I did an entire event on my Patreon where I talked about this, and I even talked about how to put yourself on the pedestal. If you're not on my Patreon, ladies, you are missing out. Ladies that are on my Patreon, let them know how much they are missing out. Like, you need to sign up and get your life together. The meeting I'm going to have on my Patreon on Thursday is titled How to Get Your Life Together in 2023. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to be giving you all tips on how to really get your life together and be focused so that you can achieve your goals. I keep telling them to join, but they want to pay for Tinder Gold instead. Yeah, you all would pay for Tinder Gold, but you wouldn't come and sign up to my Patreon that is less than Tinder Gold. See how crazy you all be looking? You all rather give Tinder your money And Tinder business is to keep you single. I'm trying to get you bitches married. But you're spending your money on Tinder so that you can sit on there on your couch with a bonnet on, swiping for hours. Okay? So what's the Patreon link? Can someone post the Patreon link in the comment for Jessica? Because I can't post it right now, sorry. Okay, so ladies, I'll try to read your comments when I'm done, because I'm almost done. Give me a second. Another thing we have to stop doing we have to leave it behind in 2022 is dating for fun or dating to see how things goes. If you're not dating with strategy and you're not dating with the purpose of marriage, you are wasting time. Why are you even here? Why are you here? Okay? Stop dating to see how things goes, or for fun, or for dick. Stop it. You need to be dating for marriage. You need to be dating with strategy, ladies. Not only are you all wasting your time, you all are wasting your money. Think of all the money you all give Tinder. I am not proud because I gave Tinder a lot of my money too, back in the day. And I did not meet my husband on Tinder. Okay? So stop dating for fun or stop dating to see how things go. Like, stop doing that. Good God. You all act like you all have all the time in the world, I swear. Yes, the hypergamous mindset on Patreon. That's my Patreon, ladies. All right? What we're also going to leave behind in 2022 is male-centeredness. Ladies, please. A lot of the things we do is based around men. Oh, men don't like makeup. Men don't like eyelashes. Men don't like men. What do you like? What do you like? Because y'all don't even have time to figure out what you like. A lot of y'all don't even have no damn hobbies. Like, if you sit in here and you don't have a hobby, you don't have something that you do every week just for the fun of it, you need to get one ASAP. Because I swear to God, some of the things you'll be doing and some of the posts you'll be posting in here and the questions, you know what I be sitting and thinking? These bitches need hobbies. This is what these bitches need, hobbies. Do not come in here and tell me that, oh, I've been dating this guy and he's not giving me money. Why are you dating him if he's not giving you money? If what you want, if what you require of that relationship is him to financially support you, why are you with him? If financial support from your man is a requirement, why are you wasting time with a man that's stingy? If you want marriage, why are you dating a married man? You'll be doing things that y'all say y'all don't want, but you'll be doing it. And this goes into my next point. Stop giving your attention to things you do not want. If you do not want to be played, do not entertain a player. If you do not want a broke man, do not entertain a man that's broke or entertain a man that's in debt. If you do not want a stingy man, do not entertain stingy men. If you want a generous man, do not entertain stingy men. If you want a successful man, do not entertain the guy who's living with his mama and sells weed on the side. You cannot say you want something but entertain the opposite, because guess what? That is exactly what you're going to get. All right? You cannot say you want princess treatment but then go on a coffee date. Like, I swear to God, some of y'all are insane. Some of y'all are crazy. Not weed on the side. I mean, you want a guy that is going to provide a roof over your head. Why would you date a guy that's renting? You want a guy that is financially stable. Why would you date a guy that is working for somebody? Because anybody with a job will never be 100% stable. There's no stability there. If he's working for himself, yes. If he has multiple streams of income, yes. But if he has a job, what are you going to do when he gets fired? You ladies need to know exactly what you want, and you need to entertain only what you want. If you know you do not like dusties, stop making posts about dusties. Stop complaining and bitching about dusties. Stop getting together in groups and bashing men. If you want a good man, you cannot bash men, because when you bash men, all you are focused on is the shadow side, the dark side of men. Not every guy here is gay, secretly gay. Not every guy sees you as an object. Not every guy out here is trifling. Not every guy is stingy. Not every guy is broke. Not every guy is a loser. Like, come on. The reason why men are showing up in your reality like that is because that is what you believe. That is what you are creating. So you need to heal your relationship with men. All right? So those are the things. And of course, stop wasting your time. We are not wasting our time in 2023. Okay? And y'all be wasting your time. If you're still out here online dating and spending hours on the internet, swiping and having small talk conversations and wondering why the guy that you talk to on Tinder isn't inviting you on a date, and you think, oh my God, maybe my profile is not bomb enough. Like, girl, stop it. Stop it. Go out there in the real world and meet people. I'm telling y'all, the matrix is on the internet now. All this talk about downloading our consciousness into a computer. Your consciousness, a lot of us, our consciousness are already on the internet. We are not present. How many times have you seen you've been out with a guy and he wouldn't stop check his phone? Or you see a parent with their child and they're on the phone and they're ignoring the child because they are not present. They are connected. Their entire consciousness and everything is on the internet. All right? Men that are online dating are not high value men. I did an entire event on my Patreon where I went and I did the online dating, and I came back and I shared my results. And one of the things that I noticed consistently with every guy that I went on a date with, they didn't have a network. They didn't even have friends. They were social recluse, socially awkward. All they did was go to work. That's not what I want. Because honestly, like, if the guy that I'm dating doesn't know anybody, he can't introduce me to a police commissioner or a headmistress of a private school, I don't want him. I don't want him. All right? So if that's all you focus on, that's all you attract. Yes. So let me try and read your comments, because I wanted to, get this all before I started reading the comments. I didn't want to be distracted. And I think I may put this on YouTube. I'm not sure. 3 years worth of content, binge on the Patreon. Yes. Okay, it amazes me that you all paid $20 for Tinder Gold and you won't sign up to a Patreon or pay a mentor for a consultation or something like that. Like that, anyways, you know what I do? And I never told anyone this, okay? People that I appreciate, people who changed my life, like Shira and stuff like that, I send them money as an appreciation every Christmas. Okay? Even though I don't listen to Shira's content anymore, I am where I am because of her. And I will send her money. I am subscribed to other people's Patreon. I buy courses. Maybe I don't need to, but I still do it. because I'm always learning. Because those people are the people that made a huge impact in my life. The people that are in my life, like my family members and my friends, my past friends, they weren't doing nothing for me. If you want to change your life, you cannot be doing the same things over and over and expecting a different results. You just can't. All right? Okay. True, Shira was my first door into hypergamy. Yes. That's a great idea. Put it on YouTube. This needs to be said to everyone. Okay, I'll put it on YouTube. Very true. Okay. They don't really believe they deserve it. That's true. Like, a lot of women don't believe that they deserve to have what they want in life. And how I know that someone is not going to have what they want in life is when they are putting their time and energy and attention on the things that they say they don't want. Where attention goes, energy flows. They be posting rubbish in those groups, girl. Get secondhand embarrassment. Okay, well, we live in checking up on men. Wait, what? Wait. We live in checking up on men just to remind them you here. If you have to remind a man that you exist, girl, I feel so embarrassed for you. Listen, you all think I've never been ghosted before? I know it's hard to believe, but yes, I have been ghosted before. And guess what? Sometimes those ghosts come back, and sometimes I don't remember them, or sometimes I pretend that I don't remember them. I don't care. I am not going to remind them that I exist. That is embarrassing. Stop it. Because these women feel like they can change these men. Yes, some of these women think that they can level up their man. They think that they can change a man. Don't put your energy into changing somebody into something that they are not. Take that energy and put it on yourself. People don't invest in themselves. The reason why those women got swindled on the Tinder swindler is because those women put men first. They don't put themselves first. Because I cannot imagine, sorry, I'm wearing my retainers. I cannot imagine in a million years being $250,000 in debt for a man. I ain't got nothing to show for it. I didn't, no facelift, no nose job, no breast job, no BBL, no car, no apartment, nothing to show for your $250,000 in debt. You did that for a man. You can tell when women are male-centered because they are all struggling. They all have problems. They all have money issues. Like, honestly, if you prioritize yourself and put yourself first, you're not going to have these problems. Self-love is the highest form of love there is. A lot of y'all don't love yourself. Because the minute that man asked me for money, blocked immediately. And this is how, and people think, well, oh, you would have fallen for it too. No, I would not have fallen for it because you know why? My standard is my standards. I do not go on coffee date with nobody. I don't care if they're billionaires and they fly on yachts. Those girls went on a coffee date with that guy who say he's a billionaire and they end up in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. If you haven't seen the Tinder Swindler, go watch it. It's riveting, to say the least. Okay, he's going to be a billionaire. Okay. And weak all facts. Okay, girl. Okay, where are the comments? Okay. I just said this, no dating unless it's a purpose. Yes. What is the point of dating for fun or just to see how things go? And I can tell you from experience, it's a waste of your time and energy. You're going to feel like a fool. Because guess what? We are women and we're going to catch feelings. I don't care how strong you are or how much of a savage you are. If you're spending time with a man and you're sleeping with that man, you will catch feelings. Do not catch feelings for someone that you can't see yourself being in a relationship with or being married to. All right? Never, and no, who is DMing men? Girl. Anyways, I'm not even going to address that. There is 2 years. Okay, I read that. We are literally in the same room. So who really is better than me? Nobody. Absolutely. And Ebony, I love that mindset. I love that mindset. Honestly, if you are in the same room with these people, you belong there. Get comfortable. Don't go in there and feel uncomfortable and think you have to impress anybody. You ain't got to impress nobody. And honestly, like if you go in there and you shut the F up, you're not out there talking all your business and telling people your life story, people are going to become very curious of you. Because I'm gonna be a member of my Rotary Club. 2023 will be 2 years, and these people hardly know anything about me. But when I walk in the room, they are happy to see me. They appreciate me. They're glad that I'm there. Oh yes, and they often don't know to manage finances. Yep, you got to learn how to manage finances. I know, like, you know, for some of us it's hard, but you know, you just have to learn. Neurodivergent, Asperger's, all that. Yeah, a lot of these rich people have the same issues that regular people have. Autism, Asperger's, social anxiety. It's crazy. It's crazy. Health problems, all that money, and they still ain't special. Because you know what? I want you to know that wealth comes from within. Okay? And if you are poor and you want to become wealthy, in order for you to become wealthy, you have to feel wealthy. Don't go to the store and when you swipe your card, you having a panic attack or you have an anxiety when that card is swiping and you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get that money back? If you feel that kind of resistance, okay, you have to work on your mindset. You have to work on your relationship with money. All right? Arguing makes your chin hair grows. Girl, stop it. Can we get this in bullet points? Girl. Not the headphone test. Yes? Yes, Ebony Rose. Someone that you find attractive. Exactly. So, Maria, that book you recommended last night, oh my God, life-changing. Girl, what book was that? Which book, girl? Because I recommend a lot of books. It's very hard when you have a shoe addiction. I'm assuming that you mean shoe. Some people dream about getting into these rooms and never make it. So if you manage to get there, you're worthy. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Some people are still fighting to get into these rooms. And we in this little Facebook community, we got ourselves into those rooms. It's only going to get better from here. In 2023, I want you all sitting on the boards of the organizations that you join. All right? That's what I want. I want you all coming back and telling me that you meet the mayor, that you're meeting all these important people, you're meeting dignitaries, etc. That's what I want for you ladies in 2023. All right? Oh, defend. Okay, the magical protection. Oh, life-changing. Girl, you... Okay. All right. Okay, Lilani. Shira is the first person who told me your husband is not your BFF. That's really interesting because I learned that a long time ago. No one had to tell me that. I realized that, the type of things that we women like to talk about or vent about, men are not really interested. And I think the first person that told me that was my cousin. You also had the other day in my story, Simba. Your man is not your BFF. He's not your friend. He's not the person that you have to go confide in and gossip with. Like, stop telling men these things because they're gonna throw stuff back in your face. Some of the things that some of the things you would think that they wouldn't say or do anything, or they don't remember, they remember, and as soon as that argument comes up, they throw it in your face. Hey, stop it, don't do that. Okay. Always date with intention. No man can't ask me for money. Exactly. Exactly. As soon as a man asks me for money, whether it's a loan or not, listen, blocked. Immediately blocked. If you're a billionaire, why do you need my help and I'm a regular person? Like, and these are women in their 30s. You're like, if you saw the Tinder swindle, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. Grown women in their 30s falling for scams. They pay that money to learn a lesson. Well, girl, that was a very expensive lesson. Ooh, child, that lesson was expensive, girl. We all get ghosted. It's a part of life. It's a main character energy for the rest of our days. Exactly. Okay, because that person that ghosted you was just a guest star or an extra. Nothing special. I got ghosted once when I asked a guy for a diamond ring on the second date. Those were wild days. That's funny. I still get ghosted. It's a part of life. Even the most beautiful women in the world get ghosted. Yes, if it wasn't for Shira and Maria, I wouldn't be here at this point of life because we are winning all of 2023 over here. I'm convinced. Yes, and y'all, Ebony came a long way. I remember when Emily Swain, I remember when she first joined the Art of Seduction group back in the day. She's like one of my OG supporters, girl. Like, Ebony, girl, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting me throughout the years. But I seen your journey and you are doing so well. What you focus on grows, absolutely. Learn about hypergamy only in 2019. And that's fine. Okay, when was the last time you all showed Shira some appreciation? Oh my God, I made it to a live. I'm so excited. Hey, girl. You feel so light today already? That's amazing. To be honest, I'm scared to get married. I know I know it should be a good, a goal, but the thought makes me nervous. Then you have to ask yourself why you are afraid. Because if you are afraid to get married, then your chances of getting married are gonna get slimmer and slimmer, especially as you get older. All right, so maybe get into some therapy or do some inner work and figure out why you're afraid. Ask yourself why you are afraid. Sometimes our fears are based around our childhood trauma. Was your parents married? Did they get divorced? What's going on? You gotta figure it out because if you are afraid of marriage, then this is not the group for you. But if you do want to get married, you should stay in here and try to get that work done. Because I have two groups. I have a paid group and this is my free group. The women in my paid group are more advanced in their journey. I have women in there getting married, y'all. One of our girls tied a knot over the weekend. And Key, if you're still listening, congratulations, girl. I don't know if she's still in the on the live. Looking beautiful. Thanks, girl. Okay, I'm not gonna, okay, Hannah, she introduced you to hypergamy, but I ain't giving that girl no more of my money. I understand. I understand exactly where you're coming from, girl. I definitely credit Shira for everything I learned directly from her, and I appreciate her. She even responded to me when I caught her live once. Okay, nice. Okay, you all are having a conversation in the... I'm not even going to read that comment. So, I think I read all the comments. Well, not, if I miss your comment, I'm sorry. We won the tea on her first... I got access to that course, and it's not new groundbreaking information, just so you know. Yeah, they are. It's a good course, but it's not worth the price. Okay, it's a good course for a beginner. I don't think it's worth the price. I would mark that down to 300, not 1,000. Give me a second. Let me go get some water. My throat is so dry. You can find everything on YouTube here. It wasn't worth it. I'm gonna come up with a course, and if it's for you ladies that want to get on a social climbing journey, or you haven't started yet, I'm definitely going to do that, because I feel like we've talked about it but I just feel like I need to put it somewhere where that you can have access to it, and it's going to be easy, because I've learned so much on my social climbing journey, and some of the things I don't talk about in this group or on YouTube, because there are people already stealing my content and putting it on TikTok. I already see people doing that already. So I'm gonna put it somewhere that you ladies can just go click on it, purchase it. It's right there, have access to it whenever, so that you don't have to go sift through 3 years of content, go sift through the old group, because there are a lot of posts in the old group about all this stuff. Not in the old group, the paid group, and it's not that easy to find everything. You know, because I find like, you know, Facebook doesn't, the content that you put on Facebook is not that easy for you to just put it up and find it. I don't know why Facebook is like this. But anyway, it is what it is. I see some of those bootleg websites as a PDF. What are you talking about? Esther said, I will attend my first retreat meeting first week January. Any tips should one look too interested or not? Just go in there like you just going to a regular meeting, okay? I told you all, do not put these people on a pedestal, all right? Don't do it, because they are normal people. The only difference between you and them is their network, and yes, they're gonna have more money than you. That's it. I promise you, that's it. These people are not special. They don't have magical powers. They don't smell better. They don't. Yes, we did read that book in our book club, China Elizabeth, and all the recordings is on the Patreon. We discussed that extensively, because when we have the book club, we get on Zoom and we talk. You know, I would read the highlights of the book and discuss it, and discuss the techniques and how we can apply to normal life. The women will pitch in and, you know, share their thoughts or their experience and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, you can sit down and listen to the meetings while you're doing your chores, etc. Because usually, I think the Genie Sales, when we did the Genie Sales book in the book club, I think we did like 6 meetings, and every one of them is like about 2 to 3 hours, um, yeah, of recordings. So we did that book. It's a good book, and some of the things that she talked about, we have applied it, and I'm telling you, we are seeing results. Ladies, you do not need to go on Tinder to find the man of your dreams. I have girls that only started networking like 8 months ago, and already they have a roster. Networking is not just for work. It's a way of life. It's like literally a new lifestyle. Yo, why is my thumb twitching? I'm not moving my thumb. Like, why is it doing that? Should I be scared? Why is my thumb twitching? Yo, this is so weird. Can someone tell me what that is? Because should I be scared? Okay, it stopped. Mimi said it's normal. How is that normal? No, I'm not going on Google, because Google is just going to tell me I'm dying of cancer. Money is coming. Okay, I accept that. You're going to touch a lot of money? Oh, I like that. That is so weird. Like, I wasn't moving my thumb. It was just moving involuntarily. I felt extremely out of place at Uteri. I was youngest and the only black person there. They were trying to accommodate and said they wanted younger members, but it was so awkward. They were all much older than me. I didn't know how to relate with them. I tried talking about some of the events they put in my tongue and how great they were. Don't be awkward. Don't be awkward. And if you're over 30, you belong. Don't worry about people out there that are older than you, because I'm telling you, a lot of young people don't see the value in networking and belonging to a social club or belonging to an art organization or something like that. They don't see the value in it. And this is why a lot of these clubs are getting so old. The members are dying and they're not replacing the old members as fast as they would like to. This is why you belong there. Do not feel awkward. They want you there. If you are a young person, you are a person of color, they want you there. So do not feel awkward. All right? Stop feeling awkward. Like, and honestly, Chelsea, I do not know if you were in the book club, but we talked about all of this stuff before. All right? Everything that you're talking about here, we talked about this in the paid group or on the Patreon. Because I'm not gonna put all my stuff in a free group. You all remember what happened to the free group, the other free group, the hypergamous mindset that we had to shut down? There were people that would come in there and act crazy, and I remember people would tell me, Maria, this type of content, this type of information needs to be behind a paywall. A paywall. And I didn't pay any attention to them. I didn't listen to them until people really started wilding out. And if you were here long enough, you remember how it went down in the original hypergamous mindset group. We had to shut it down. We had to shut it down because there was a lot of good content in that group. Like, honestly, like, all you need to do was be on that group, and that group alone would be so helpful. But I can't, because people don't appreciate free shit. All right? There's a psychology in getting something free because you don't value it because it's free. Usually they really want you to recruit more. They're excited when you're young people. Exactly. So do not feel awkward. And she's right. I talked about this. I'm telling you, like, there is this agenda of inclusivity and all of this stuff going on. A lot of these organizations are opening their doors to young people, people of color, women. Some of them, they only had men for a long time. I'm telling you, now is the best time to get in. If you're not doing it now, I'm telling you, once they meet their quota, they're going to shut those doors again, and it's going to be very difficult for you to get in. Now is the best time. There's nobody else in this community that is telling you this, not even Shira. Because Shira sits at home and she does what she does. You know, she's happy with where she is. But Shira is married. You're a single, you want high value men. You need to put yourself in the places where high value men are. Okay? When they say go where the high value men are, that's what they mean. They don't mean to go to the hotel bar at the Four Seasons with makeup and a wig and some heels looking like a prostitute. That's not what they mean. They mean to get in there in the circles. Because if a high value man sees you at the Four Seasons hotel, he doesn't know who you are. He has no idea who you are. But if he meets you at a club meeting, or if he meets you at a gala or something like that, or at a dinner, and he gets introduced, he's more comfortable. That is way better than freestyling at the hotel. At the hotel bar. You need to stop doing that. Waited in the hotel lobby with stripper heels. And I was doing it. I did that in Trinidad, and honestly, we only have like 2 good hotels here. Okay? And I don't want my face to be up in there every week. Come on. Come on. How is that gonna look? This is a small country, and the wealthy people, they keep their circles small. When you're in a country like this, you have to play the long game. Go to the country club this Christmas, please. I am going tomorrow with my single LA friends. Nice. I should say most things because there's quite a few clubs that are still only doing virtual meetings, but we'll seek out in-person ones. I don't know where you are, but most places should be open. We have started in-person meetings with the Rochi, which is good because, you know, it's better to meet in person. And, you know, try to attend the events. Every club have these events, okay? For whatever reason, try to go. And you need to be a member of at least 4 different organizations. And I'm not going to give it away for free. Don't worry, you'll wait. Yes, they keep their circles small for a reason. And the sad thing is, those wealthy people are not at hotel bars unless there's a conference. Exactly. They have bars. You all know rich people have bars at their homes, right? When you know that you're doing really well is when they invite you to their homes outside of the club activities. That's when you know you're in. Okay? They tell you, oh, I'm having something at my house. You should come. You better say yes, and you better go, and don't go empty-handed. Okay? Like, listen, do not show up at these people's place with your hands swinging. Stop it. Have some decorum. Have some manners. Show up with a small gift. I don't care what it is. It could be a bottle of wine. It could be a dessert. I don't care. Whatever. Show up with a small gift. I don't care. It could be a candle for all I care. Do not show up at these people's homes empty-handed. Say, I'm very happy to be here. You know, go to the host. Get comfortable. Get to know these people. If these people invite you to their homes, that's when you know you are doing good. Because they have alcohol at their house. They have bars at their house. They don't need to be at no damn hotel bar. All right? If you're from this country and you're listening, the people that with money in this country are not at these clubs like Residence or these bars like, you know, any Trini girls here? You all know what I mean. Anyways, this can apply to in every country. They're not there unless there's an event that they are attending. And if you're sitting at the bar, they're not going to leave that event to come and talk to you. They will look at you. You're going to get a lot of looks, a lot of stares, but nobody's going to come and talk to you. Networking is literally the only way. It's not the easy way, It's not for the lazy, and it's not for the people with a victim mindset, but it works. I promise you. Even if you make something, yeah. So when you get invitations outside of the club, that's when you know you're in. I already got an invitation last Saturday at our Christmas dinner. This is why you go to the events. Get people to like you. Read How to Win Friends and Influence People. You all need to read some books. Like, honestly, I don't care if you all don't join the book club, because the book club is for me. Because I'm learning so much from that book club. I am so glad that I decided to have that book club, because that book club holds me accountable. Because if it wasn't for that book club, my lazy ass wouldn't be reading them books. I'm being real with you. I wouldn't be reading them books. But that's the book we're reading right now in the book club. I think we've had our last book club meeting for this month. We're gonna come back in January, but the replays and stuff are gonna be there. The playbacks. Yes, read that book. How to Win Friends and Influence People, and go to the events. When the club is having an event, try to go. I know them events cost money, but please budget for them events, because I'm telling you, your network is your network, and nothing is more valuable than a good network. I know poor people don't understand this, but I'm telling you, once you have the right mindset, you're gonna know how important this is. In terms of influence, I would like to recommend The Science of Likability. Someone write that down. You found the book? Yeah, the book, these books should be in the file section in the group, y'all. Just go to the file section in this group and download the PDF for free. Or you can purchase it, all right? Because, y'all, I don't chase free things like we used to back in 2018, when we wanted everything for free. I fixed that mindset. I don't mind paying for things that add value. So even though the book is free in the file section, I still buy them. So you found it in the book club. Okay, awesome. I've had the book before we started reading it. I'm reading it now. Awesome. Purchase it, that way you want to read it since you spent your money. Yes. There's something about, investing in yourself. When you invest your time and your money in yourself, you can't go back. You can't backslide. You can't go back. You just can't. You just have to keep going. Failure is not an option. Giving up is not an option. So anyways, ladies, I've been talking here for so long. Thank you so much for listening. I think this might be my last live for 2022. I'm not sure. Don't worry, if I decide to go live again, I will. But this might be my last live. So if it is, Merry Christmas. Okay? I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the work that you're doing. I see the results. Trust me, I'm observing. I'm seeing the work that you are doing. You got this. You are doing well. Your goals are right around the corner. So focus on your goals. Where your focus and attention goes, energy flows. All right? Ladies, you are doing great. If you are in this live and you're in this group, or you're in my paid group, or you're in my Patreon, you are doing great. You have no idea. Please do not overlook the things that you have achieved this past year. All right? You are doing way better than you are doing when you first joined this community. You are doing way better than the pick-me friend at the office. I promise you, you are doing great. You are doing the work. And this is the reason why when you get in these rooms, not only do you belong there, but you are better than most of the people in that room. I promise you that. Once you do the work and you realize, you're going to come back and you're going to be like, you know what, Maria? You were right. Maria was right. All right? So again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I love you, and enjoy the holidays. Bye.